Hello Leo, welcome to your Teen RuneScope. My name is Amanda. As always, I want to recommend that you watch the video for your rising sign as well, if you know it, because that can clarify some things in this very general sun sign reading, or let you know other areas of life that be lit up for you in Moon. Of course, the only way to get a reading specifically for you is to schedule one with me. I do those on Skype. They're $5 for a half an hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you want to set up an appointment. It can take a few days sometimes for me to get back to you. That just means I'm scheduling the other people ahead of you. Please be patient. I promise I will get back to you and get something set up. I also wanted to mention that some people have been emailing me about comments on YouTube disappearing, that they've left comments. I'm sorry about that. That's been happening since the Google Plus takeover of YouTube. I'm not sure where comments are evaporating to. I only delete spam or just nasty troll-like comments that have really no bearing or relevance to videos that are just, irritating. So I don't delete anything else. I'm not sure where they go, but it's not me. So I apologize for that if you've left me a comment and it just went to Pluto or disappeared somewhere. I've emailed them about that, and other people have too, and it's been on the forums. But as far as a solution appearing, that it hasn't been rectified. It must not be a priority for them to fix that, so which is great. But also, if you ask me a question in the comments, please make sure that you're posting it through YouTube. I don't go to Google Plus. Again, that was forced on me. I know I have a profile on there, but I kind of protest in the sense that I refuse to use it. And if you kind of post a comment to a video through there, for some reason, I can't reply to it on YouTube. So if you do have a question you want answered and you want to post it up in the comments, that's fine. Just make sure that you do post it up through YouTube. I do try to go through at least once a month and answer questions that people have posted for me. If I know the answer. If I don't, I'll look it up or I'll make it up. But here's what's going on for you, Leo and 14. As far as the challenge of the month, some of you find that your strength is being used against you in some way, or something that you consider your strength is being called into question. Maybe someone's saying that you are insincere, or that you, something that you feel is a strength in your personality. Someone else is taking it you feel the wrong way. Or maybe you said something and they take it the wrong way. So this can be something that comes up in Moon, and this can be going on over the wires because we have Mercury retrograde in Moon, which has to do with the internet and problems with electronics and things like that. And a very kind of mundane way that this can manifest is on the internet. So maybe on Facebook, there could be Facebook drama or Twitter drama. If you participate in social media, that can be a way this works out. Somebody just takes something you say that is for you, you're posting it in a positive way, and they just take it the wrong way. This person could be a male. This could be a male that you are close to, somebody that you wouldn't want to offend, but maybe they take offense to it. Maybe they feel that you are talking about them, or maybe they don't like the way you're talking about them. That can be another thing. Another way this comes up. Maybe you mention a friend or something in a post, how you can tag your friends and things, and this person is like, I didn't really want people to know about that, or I didn't really want. So just be careful maybe what you post, especially about other people. Leo, if you want to avoid this, because it seems like you unintentionally ruffle someone's feathers. And it's someone whose feathers you definitely don't want to ruffle. Also, this could be in another sense if you've had a health problem, or if someone close to you has been dealing with a health problem. It looks like you will get a victory over this, or get a good diagnosis, or something that you can work with, a plan to deal with this. It's actually going to make you very happy. So if you've been concerned that something is wrong, it seems like you will get good news and maybe they're finally able to figure out that no, that is not the case. And another way this can work is that you just be under the weather a little bit and you catch a cold, you have allergies. That's another thing that's going around. You just have an annoyance of that. You'll find a way to deal with it, and I think you'll quickly recover if that's the case. So just keep that in mind, Leo. Let's see what else is going on here. Again, with the Mercury retrograde, not a great time for new starts. Not a great time to start a new job or a new relationship, because it's when something started on Mercury retrograde, it just tends to be short-lived, or you tend not to have all the information. So if it's a new relationship, it could be that you don't really know that much about the person, and you don't find out like some major things until afternoon, and then you're like, whoa, I can't handle that, or I can't deal with that, or, you know. Same with a job. It could be that there are responsibilities or things that were not clear, or that they deliberately omitted, maybe in the responsibilities when they posted something to the internet, or something like that, or when you saw the listing for it, and then you find out, you know, after you sign on and start this job, that you're going to be doing something that you have no desire to do, no interest doing. So, I mean, and of course, people always ask, I mean, in a Mercury retrograde, if you've been out of work and you need money, of course, you have to do what you have to do. It's better to have a job that you maybe aren't going to stay at very long than no job at all. So just keep that in mind, Leo. If you got to do what you got to do if you need money. So, because I do think some of you will get a job offer, but it may be one that you don't particularly want. There'll be something about it that maybe the hours, you know, it'd be the location. It just looks like it doesn't feel right to some of you. The money would be good, but there'd be something else, and it would certainly help out, but there'd be something else about it that is not to your liking. And some of you know this right away, and others not. So just be vigilant in Leo, in Leo. Sorry about that. In Leo, about job offers and things like that, because there could be hidden things. When it comes to relationships, be careful that someone's not using you, or that you're using someone else. Because, I mean, there is a tendency here for you maybe to attract that kind of person, or for you to do that to someone else. And it's going to be different for all of you, but it is a theme that Leos with these cards will be dealing with in and just being aware when you are making yourself vulnerable, but you're not going to be getting anything out of it. Or are you, you know, using someone who is more vulnerable or in a vulnerable state to accomplish something, you know, and this can be in a personal sense or in a work sense, you know, if you are using a coworker to do work that maybe is not their responsibility, or if you're treating people unfairly at work, or it looks like there may be some sort of comeuppance for this in moon. So, you know, and it may not be something that you set out to do, but it may be something that other people perceive that you are doing that is not the best practice business-wise. So just be careful, Leo. Make sure that if you are in management, if there are people that work for you, that everyone is being treated fairly, and you're not giving anyone cause to maybe speak to someone above you about you or about your behavior. Because if that's going on, then it looks like you could get a talking to about that. Again, that's just one way that can work, but gotta throw it all out there. There are so many of you Leo and Leo risings. Situations are going to vary amongst all of you. But the help that you're going to receive, and there may be something around property. There may be disruptions around that. It'd be difficult. If you're looking to buy or sell, you'd be running into all kinds of problems. That is actually the help to you, Leo. It could be that maybe you are trying to live above your means, and this would get you into trouble financially. So just kind of heed signs. If there are delays around a property, if you don't get a property that you want, then something better is coming along, something maybe more in your price range, something in a better environment or closer to your job. There's something coming along probably after their Mercury retrograde that is going to be so much better for you. And even if you think this is like your dream place, there's something hidden about it that you don't know that is going to be a huge either expense or just something that you would not be able to deal with for a long period of time. So it could be the neighborhood neighbors, but again, it could be, for most of you, I think it'll just be something about the property itself that is broken and is going to be out of your price range to fix. It seem to be hidden things about property, and it's not an ideal time actually to be again, signing contracts, closing on homes, selling properties, things like that because of the Mercury retrograde. So if you can put that off and tie, that's going to be better for you. Just recognize signs around property, inheritances, possessions, estates, wills, any of that, delays around that. I mean, you know, expect that that's going to occur, but also that these are for your benefit in the long run, Leo. Keep that in mind. Yes, it will be frustrating, but you just can't see the benefit yet. But you will later. You will later when you find the right property for you, or find the right, or get the right price for the property you're selling. Don't take less than your property is worth if someone's offering you lower than you can take. What can't be changed about them? There's going to be miscommunication. Again, internet's coming up very strongly. So again, miscommunications, arguments on the internet, people bickering back and forth. And this doesn't have to involve you, Leo. Maybe it's just going on your page or on a friend's page. You know, and you know, you come in and try to set things straight, smooth things over. But Leos, you're not the best mediators, I will say. Fire signs in general. You guys tend to come in, this is the way it is, and you're going to listen, and those of you who disagree are wrong. If that's the way you kind of go about it, just expect more drama coming your way, especially with Mercury retrograde, because everybody is having trouble expressing themselves in a clear, concise manner. Everyone is having trouble just being honest and saying what they really mean. And, you know, somebody be taking something someone said the wrong way. Again, going back to this, they'd be taking something that you've said the wrong way. And it's disrupting your peace. They're harsh and you're mellow. That's what it is, Leo. They're harsh and you're mellow. June's also a very karmic month, though, so you will be getting back what you've been putting out. If you've been treating people well, being honest with people, being nice to people, courteous with people, thinking of their feelings, you know, considering their feelings, then good will come back to you, particularly in communication. Like if the way you communicate, if you are nice to people, if you are funny, if you're fun, which most of you Leos are, you're gonna get that back. So there may just be someone who is not, maybe they don't have a very good sense of humor. Take something you say the wrong way. Now, if you have been hurtful, said hurtful things to people, or sent out negative vibes on the internet, or in general, and just in life, you'll get that back. So again, that wheel's always turning. Always have to be careful about what we're putting out there. Be careful driving. Also in Leo, and that's something that's come up for a lot of the signs, but I do have extra travel rooms for you. That there may be difficulties with vehicles, there may be difficulties with construction, with traffic jams, things like that, again with the Mercury retrograde. So just definitely allow enough time wherever you're going so you're not in a rush, because there will be delays. Count on it. Make sure your car has the proper maintenance, you know, and if there's a weird noise, make sure you get it checked out. Do your best to avoid road rage. That'd be difficult. As far as the end of here, Leo, let's take a look and see where things stand as we get to the end of June. You have to find a new beginning with people that you don't particularly like. Now, this can be family or extended family, or this can also be coworkers, people you have to work with. You have to deal with at work. You know, and everyone on the workforce deals with that at some point. But yeah, you need to find a way to mitigate damage, mitigate something, just in order to keep your own peace or keep the peace in your life. And, you know, Leo, this is not giving something up, or this is not, you know, we all have to give up. Give and take. That's between people all the time. That is how we have relationships. It's how all relationships work. So it seems like if you have been maybe putting off dealing with a group of people, putting off dealing with a situation, and you're going to have to deal with it and figure out a way forward that is going to be positive. And again, it's not going to be overnight, but it looks like you could make a new start, a new beginning in some way that will be more pleasant and less difficult and contentious maybe than it has been. And this is going to do much to kind of regain that peace that came up earlier, or you know, stop harshing your mellow. You'll be able to get back to mellowing out and put your focus back on things that matter to you instead of, you know, pointless, silly bickering. So just keep that in mind, Leo. It's not, don't view it as a competition. It's not. It's everybody wins when everybody can work together and work together in a peaceable way. That's a win-win. And it's the only way things get accomplished. Whether it's personally in relationships or at work. So, yeah, those of you who are willing to do this and put forth the effort will be happy with the result. Those of you who aren't, you're just gonna, you know, this is gonna continue to go on, you know, until either you leave the lives of these people that you're having to deal with, or maybe get a new job, or, you know, just stop talking to them, or something. But it looks like for whatever reason you have to deal with this situation. So. And it's coming up because you should deal with it, Leo. Situations come up when we face obstacles. Those are things we need to deal with, and they will keep coming up until we do deal with them. So, you know, the sooner you can deal with it, the better. Putting it off is only going to be to your detriment. So that's what I see in Moon. Pretty bumpy month, Leo, but I mean, you know, as long as you can kind of find your center, keep your cool, you know, engage in things that you enjoy to kind of chill out and decompress, then you're going to get through it better. But that is what I see for Leo. Good luck with that, and I'll see you back here in July.